You're gonna watch the 15-minute presentation. I'm grading you on how you do. And already Michael's having a hard day. Because what did I ask you to do 3 minutes ago?
Take off headphones, silence,
Take off
sit down.
headphones. Thank you, Jose, for remembering. Right? Remember that we're gonna give GR complete and undivided attention. Hi, Jacobo, we were waiting for you. We're gonna give him our complete undivided attention. I'm grading you. You guys are gonna give feedback to GR, all right? So I'm gonna go right back here. We're still waiting for David, but the show must go on because he's gotta get to class. All right, Gio, the floor is yours. They're great kids.
All right, thank you. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. My name is Giovanni, but you can just call me Gio. I'm a student here at ATM, and I'm in 11th grade. You are all 9th graders, right?
Yes.
So, from transitioning from middle school to high school, for me personally, it was a little bit difficult. Transitioning from middle school to high school, the assignments start to get more difficult. You have less time to do those assignments, and sometimes it's not always easy to stay organized with our work because they're giving us so much now.
What school shut out? What middle school?
Alonzo and Tracy Morning Senior
That's
High.
what high school. What middle school?
Middle school, Highland Oaks Middle School.
Okay.
Really, really good middle school. Really good middle school, I will say.
I can do it now. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna ask a question to all of you. What is the best way that you stay organized with your schoolwork? A few of you can raise your hands. I'll start with you.
Agenda, maybe like writing things down.
An agenda. Now that's a very good answer. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. Very good answer. How about you?
Phone reminders.
Reminders?
Phone reminders.
Phone reminders. That's a good idea too. I used to do something like that. How about you?
Like I write like all the things I need to do on a sticky note, and I always keep it in my phone. Every time I reach
Sticky notes?
That's in a way that's convenient. You have easy access to it. I can see that. What I used to do is I used to have a composition book of mine dedicated purely to just writing down my assignments. What I used to do for the longest time is I would just write the check mark, write the name of the class, write the assignment, and the due date. And I thought that that was pretty good. I thought that I had everything I needed there. But after a year of doing that, and that's how I was consistent with that, I found out that that wasn't the best way that I was staying organized. And for a lot of us, we don't have a direct way of staying organized. I've been a digital designer for almost 7 years now. I do digital art, things like that, and I always try to think, what is the best way that I can do something? What is it that I can design to achieve the best in something? Now, what's your name?
Jacobo.
Jacobo?
Yes.
What Jacobo said, he said, one of the ways to stay organized with our schoolwork, he was right. Oh, wrong one.
Thank you, Gio.
School planners. School planners, right? Or agendas. That's what's useful to us, right? We use these to stay organized with our schoolwork. But are they really the best? Sometimes school planners can be convoluted. This is how the average school planner that you'll get looks like. It has some kind of calendar. Let's take a look at this one. Who can identify some of the problems that this one has? What problem do you see?
Boxes are too small.
Boxes are too small. That's a good one. How about you? Go to you again.
I would say like, yeah, the same thing. Like it's too small.
Mm-hmm.
We have some people over here.
How about you?
Maybe it's not convenient to like what you need. So for example, it has like very standard stuff, but if you have like electives or something like that, it's like you don't have the space to fit everything.
That's a very good one. That's a very good answer. Anyone else? Who are you?
There's not enough space to write. There's like
That's right. Now, all of you guys had really good answers, and it's really hard to find an agenda that's perfect for us, that fits all of our needs, that isn't too convoluted. That the problem with this one is that you have all these different titles here: language arts, reading, social studies, science, math, etc. These are fixed classes. What if you have different classes? What if instead of social studies you take world history? What if instead of reading you take advanced English or maybe Spanish or something like that? These are fixed classes that you can't change. Now, in addition to that, you have 1, 2, 3, you have 8 spaces here. Now, they give you space if you have any extracurricular classes, which is good, but you have 8 spaces for 8 classes here. What if some people here take extra classes? What if some people go to clubs? What if some people do some things that would require them to have extra space to write down their work? With this one, you can't do that. It's all fixed. It all has its own place. Now, here you have plenty of space to write down stuff. You can write the due dates, you can write the teacher's name, you can write some teacher notes, but they don't have their designated places for that. It's just kind of all writing and stuff and things like that. It's not really well organized. It's just kind of all everywhere, you know? And that's, in my opinion, is not intuitive for staying organized with my work. When I was in 6th grade, they gave me an agenda just like this at Highland Oaks. It looked pretty much just like this. It had the school logo on the outside, like some agenda. It was basically the same format as this, and I just didn't use it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had to pay for it.
same kind of agenda, not very intuitive, and I didn't use it. And what I would do is I would just write it down in composition book, but even that wasn't the best. However, you guys remember, like I told you, I've been a digital designer for quite a long time, and I like to solve things doing digital design. Now, for all of us, if this isn't good, if this is no good to us, then what is the best way to stay organized with my schoolwork, our schoolwork, if that's not a good way? And is there even any way at all? If that's not good, then what else is there?
Online platforms?
Online platforms, now we have Schoology and things like that, but with day schools, at least in my experience in day schools uses so many platforms. We have Schoology, we have Clever, we have our own day school's gradebook, and we use all these different platforms depending on what grade you're in. Some of you might be doing iReady, iExcel, all of these, Canvas, all of these digital platforms that, although on their own might be useful, when coupled together, it just makes everything more convoluted, just like the previous planner. However, once again, you have a question? A digital agenda? That's a good idea. I mean, I've seen some digital agendas before, and they're typically pretty standard. They're all right. But, sometimes with digital agendas, with digital things in the classroom, digital things like computers and phones and stuff, that can be considered a distraction in the classroom. Some teachers even have... Exactly. What if the teacher says no? What if they have a phone holder? You can't even write it down, put it on your digital agenda on your phone because it's in the phone holder.
What about like a separate book that has like no constrictions with like box and stuff itself? It's just like a separate notebook on the side that you can like write down your own.
Like a separate book where it's like kind of more open and not so.
Not just like a piece of paper.
Exactly. That's good thinking. And what I was thinking, I was actually thinking something very similar to what you were thinking. Now, once again, I want to say around 10 months ago now, when I used to keep organized all my assignments in my notebook. Once again, I'm a digital designer, like I said many times before. I thought, you know what? The way I'm staying organized with my assignments is not very intuitive because it left me with a lot of questions. So I decided one day at lunch, I took my lunch break, I opened a blank page of my composition book, and I start drawing. I start writing down, creating all these boxes, all these sections. What is a good way that I could stay organized? And it started to become so elaborate that when I got home, I started designing it on my computer. And for the past 10 months, and it is still an ongoing project today, I've been designing my very own school agenda, my very own school planner. I call it Advanced Agenda. But what's so special about Advanced Agenda, really? Now, let's take another look at the standard agenda chart here. It's convoluted. There's not a specific spaces for anything. It's not very that intuitive. All these fixed classes that you can't change, and you don't have spaces if you take extra classes. Now, instead of all of this mess where it's all disorganized, we're going to have one clean slate. We're going to have one clean slate right here. You have room for everything you need. This is the standard edition. This is how the standard edition will look. Now, we're going to start off here. Let's look a little bit closer. We're going to start off at the beginning here. We have class name. You can put the name of your class right here. What if one of your classes gives multiple assignments? Well, you just put a little bracket here with the class name. Let's say you have 2 assignments here. Put a bracket, your class name. These 2 assignments belong to that class. And the bracket can expand to accommodate. What's your question?
Still, like in the class name, it doesn't have the line.
This is so that no matter how many assignments you have from the class, you can make a bracket as big as you need and fit it in any space you want. That's so that, let's say your assignment gives you, let's say your class gives you, you have a test.
At this time, we'll be ringing the bell for second lunch. Second lunch will begin at the ringing of the bell. Thank you.
Alright, I'm just going to wait for that and then I'll continue.
Go for it, Gio.
Go.
Go. You gotta get back to class.
Alright, so then this is where the project really started for me. Check boxes. I used to, whenever I would stay organized with my assignments in my notebook, I would only have one checkbox that I would check off when I was done. But was what left me with a lot of questions. Now with this 3 checkboxes, in my opinion, this is what really helps me stay organized. When I start my assignment, I check off the first checkbox. When I finish it, I check off the second, and then once I've turned it into my teacher, I check off the third. so I know exactly where my progress is on my assignment. What if I started it but I haven't finished it? Oh, I know the progress on that. What if I've already finished it, but oh, what assignments do I have to turn in? I can check right there. I know that I haven't turned it in yet. I know which ones I have to turn in. Now, you can put your assignment name right here, whatever the name of the assignment is. And once your assignment has been completed and graded, you can put the grade right here. Some teachers grade in percentage, some teachers grade in letters or a 4-point scale. You can put both right here, the letter or percent. It has the space for it. What if you get a bad grade on your assignment? What if you got a C? What if you got a D? What if you got an F? Go to your teacher, ask them, hey, Mr. and Mrs. whatever, can I do this again? Can I have a chance to reattempt my assignment? If they say yes, you check this off right here, redo, then you go down to assignment revisions. And these are the assignments that you've already done, you've got a bad grade on, or late assignments that you're gonna try again. What if they're from a previous week? You can put the week number right here. And you have the same checkboxes and the same information here if you need. Now moving forward.
I love those check boxes, Gio. That's pretty impressive. Those little. What do you guys think about the check boxes?
That was actually a really nice idea. I was not expecting that.
That's really good, but that's just the tip of the iceberg for this product that I designed. Moving forward, we have the points box right here. But what are points? Points, or they might call them assignment worth for day schools, is how much weight an assignment has. Let's say pop quiz is worth 10 points in the grade book, but a practice test or something might be worth 50 points. Some assignments will have more of an impact on your grade than others. And you can write that down here. Let's say I have an assignment that's worth 10 points and an assignment that's worth 50 points. Based on that, I can judge which assignment to prioritize over others. I know which one is more urgent. I know which one I need to do my very best on so that it doesn't affect my grade. Yes?
What if the other teachers also grade the points based on a percentage scale? Would we
If
also...
they base the points based on a percentage scale, you can put the percentage here.
Okay.
Now, for assignment type, now you might be wondering what assignment type is, but it's really simple. Let's say your assignment type is a packet. You can write down here, packet. What if it's a pop quiz? You can write it down here. What if it's a fun Kahoot that we're going to do in class? You put it there. What if it's an online assignment, or if it's on Schoology? You just put it right there, all organized. And for the assignment location now, sometimes, and this is a problem for most people, and we're all guilty of this at some point in our lives, and I don't judge you guys for it, because I used to be like that too. Sometimes we don't know where our assignment is, we don't know which folder we put it in, which notebook that was.
That's the thing?
Yeah. Sorry.
That's the thing sometimes, and I'm sure all of us can relate to that. And let's be honest, we don't want to be the person who is late to our class, the teacher's already asked for homework, and we're going through our folders, we don't know which one it is, and we can't find our assignment. We don't want that to happen. So you can write your assignment location right here on the schoolwork page. Let's say it's a book number, chapter 1, page 56. Or let's say it's a website address, www.dateschools.net. What if it, IXL.com? You can, let's say it's in your red folder. Let's say you have an assignment in your red folder. You can put red English folder. Anything you need, you put the assignment location right there. And then you can put the due date and the date that you've turned it in. Up here, you can put the week number that it is, the date that you've started the week, and once the week ends, how many you have been given to do for the week. And for those of us who are a little bit more studious, who like to stay very organized, with this amount, the average, they can calculate the average with the number of assignments on average per week that they get to do, if they want to, create an average, which I've actually already done. Most students in high school get around 10 to 12 assignments per week. This gives space for 15. So
can I make a comment? As a teacher, I love that turn in column at the bottom, because a lot of times kids will be like, oh, I gave it to you, and I'm like, I don't see it. And then you can be like, look, I turned it in on October 12th. Look, it's right here in my book.
So it's all organized, and they can show the teachers that too.
Them if they showed that to me.
Exactly, and they can show the teachers. What if I come to my teacher with my agenda on the desk and I go, okay, I turned it in, okay, I'll write it down right in front of you so that I know.
Yeah, because if I see it there, it's probably more likely in my mind that I misplaced it rather than the student. You should also take a picture of your work, guys. If you ever give a paper,
exactly, yes. I always make sure to do that as well.
Is there a possibility for this to become an online sort of agenda, or is it going to be fixed to a physical one?
I've actually dabbled in coding before. That's something that I've attempted before. I'm considering that as a potential future for this product, but as of now, it is going to be printed.
Okay.
Now, but this schoolwork page is really convenient. I'm sure all of you really like it. But what if your teacher gives you comments? What if your teacher says, oh, don't forget to check on school. Do you have something for you that can help you with practicing on this assignment? Where do you write all that? Well, down here, we have a notes section.
A notes
it's
section.
a smaller notes section. It's not very big. You have a few lines. And you can write some small comments there if you want. But for those of us, let's say our teacher tells us a lot more, something very important, on the back, there's also a much larger notes section for everything we need. Now, this notes section is very convenient. We have everything we need here. There's also some few other links here for those who are curious, but basically it's just the notes. Now let's move on to the front. This is the first inner page of the agenda. It's called the student information page. Now, here, you can put anything you need as far as information goes. You have your student name right here. You have your student email. You can put your phone number. You have your student username. You can put it here for day schools. Student password for those of us who struggle remembering that, but I don't, so you don't have to put it there. Then you have your student ID. You can put your school website here because Alonzo Tracy Morning has their own specific website. We have the advanced website here, so if you guys have any questions about this product or are a little bit stuck on something, you can always contact us here for support, things like that, and look at our product, look for deals. And you can put your parent phone number here if you want as well.
Gio,
And-
can I make a comment about this page? So
Sure.
you guys don't know this, but Gio has me for Strategies for Success, which is the class that you guys start with me in January. And the first assignment of that class is you guys have to purchase a planner. So Gio has a planner, not this planner, but he has a standard planner from like Target or whatever. And one of the problems that we have is that kids will leave their planners or misplace their planners, which is a project grade at the end of the term, and their names are not in their planners. So I have a pile of planners, I'm like, whose planners are these, right? So I really like the first page where you can sit there and write all your information. So if you happen to leave your planner behind, I can be like, oh my God, that's Victor's planner, right?
Exactly, you
So
know.
it's excellent.
you know exactly
I like
whose
this whole
planner it
thing,
is.
Gio, you're impressing me.
Thanks.
Very
Now,
cool.
let's see. Now, Advanced Agenda is actually not limited to one edition. There's actually 2 editions of the agenda. This is the standard edition, this is the mini edition. Now,
Mini?
one thing, as
Mini?
far as names go, the mini edition. One thing that I would like to mention as far as names go, since you mentioned, oh, what's the name of the student? You can also put your first name on the front,
Yeah,
the school quarter that it belongs to, and the purchase date.
love it.
I'm thinking of changing the purchase date with maybe something else in the future because it's not that significant really, but
Yeah, you don't need, yeah.
exactly. But yeah, it's still in progress. It's a developing product, but
So these
It
are
has
9
2
week
editions.
agendas, 9 week or like quarters, 9 weeks?
the standard edition has a lifespan of 9 weeks. That's why it has the school quarter here. I'm working on an edition later in the future that'll last a semester. So
Nice.
instead of school quarter, it'll be a semester. The standard edition costs $4, and the mini edition costs $2. The mini edition is not meant to be like a serious version of the agenda. It's meant more to be a trial one to kind of get you used to using it, used to using Advanced Agenda. And it comes out at half the price of the standard edition. Now, at half the price of the standard edition, you only get 4 weeks, but that's enough to kind of learn how to use it. However, if you want to actually use it as a serious model, you can get 9 of them, and it'll still fit the school year
it's too much,
perfectly.
Gio. Just get the $4 one. and call it
Exactly, yeah. Now, what I'm going to be doing for you guys is I actually have here,
Oh, he's got a couple.
I have 5 of the minis printed.
Oh, there it was.
And I'm gonna be giving these to some of you guys in the class. I printed these last night. So since you were the first one to say agenda, I'm gonna give one to you.
Nice.
And I'm gonna give some of them to the rest of you guys in just a moment. However, something that I do want to say here is for those once again the mini edition lasts 4 weeks. For those of you who I'm giving the agenda to, once those 4 weeks go by, if you turn the agenda back into Ms. Telfer, which I'll be able to see your progress and how you've used the agenda, I will not only I'll see exactly what you've written in the agenda, what you've written down, the kind of methods that you've used
Yeah.
to see if it's useful, but not only that, if you guys can have any feedback, have any recommendations, things like that, you can always tell me and I will use that to further develop the product.
And I've also given them extra credit, of course. right?
Yes,
Because we need
so
data.
those of us who use this to the fullest and turn it back in, I'm going to be giving them to 5 of you. They'll be getting an extra credit grade for this class. Now, if 3 out of 5 of you minimum turn this back into the class, 3 out of 5 of you minimum, all filled out, all everything, you get your extra credit, at least 3 of you out of the 5, then I'm going to be giving standard editions free to everyone in the class.
All right.
Everyone gets free standard editions.
Loki.
All right, Jacobo, no pressure. We need you to
Loki
do
is
that.
such
You
a.
better turn that back.
Gio, can I pick one back down for me? Can I pick the 4 people?
You can pick 3 people.
Oh, Bella's getting
She got chosen.
Thank you.
Because we need,
I actually
I need
kinda
people that know us.
Wait, so you're the one in the FBLA chat?
Yeah, I am. Really?
I'm Jose.
You're Jose?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you,
Yeah, I'm the one
man.
who made the group chat.
That's great.
In the future, are you gonna
Guys,
have
if
like
they do it, we all get
Oh
one,
yes,
right?
these are just the regular editions. I'm gonna be selling color versions.
and are you gonna keep it paper or like, are you gonna change it to like, different material? I don't know, like cardboard.
In the future, I'm considering changing it. However, at this stage, I'm not a. I tried thicker paper for the outer cover ones. It didn't print.
Would you be
properly.
You should market it to like other schools.
Would you be open to investing?
I would be open to it.
Martin's gonna get one. He promises
Martin.
to use it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I might invest. I think I might invest. He opens the IPO. I low key? No, Jacobo, I low key might invest. I like these too. I'm be honest, I think I'm investing in this. I'm not even being like funny.
Now there's one more thing that I want to
All
mention.
right, what's the last thing? We gotta go.
There's one more thing I want to mention, and then I'll give this to someone. I'll probably give this to you.
Yeah,
We
okay.
got one more over here, just so you know. I got the last thing.
Oh, okay. Now one more thing I'm gonna mention.
All right, what's the last thing?
One more thing I'm gonna mention. If you look on the back of your agendas that I've given to you guys, you're gonna see a QR code. But where will this QR code take you?
I don't know.
It'll take you to my website, GN Connect, to the GN Connect e-store. You can view our product digitally. We have our very own website with our very own online store. You can view photos of our agendas digitally. The website is still under construction, but the fundamental features of it are still complete, so you can still use it. You have all these buttons here, purchase, email, buy. Some of these are still in progress. You can contact us from some of our contact methods on the site, which I'll show in the next slide in a moment. There's a button here that says buy at school. Soon, I'm gonna be selling these at the school at the aforementioned prices. So everyone in this school who's willing to will be able to get one.
Awesome.
I'm actually looking for people who are willing to help me sell this product across the school. So I will be employing some people who are interested. For those who are interested, I'll show you how to contact me in just a moment, but I'll be meeting with you at some place in the school every day during the week, and during lunch, we'll be selling these. And I'll be giving you, obviously, a commission cut on these. So you'll be making some
So first
profit.
we gotta do the data, Gio. Let's see
But
if this
first we gotta
actually
do
works.
the data.
I've got another question.
So those of us who are interested, I'll answer yours in a moment.
Okay.
Those of us who are interested in either selling or working with me or have any questions on the
In the
product,
Discord.
you can contact me by these methods here.
Fantastic job. Right over here is the last one.
All right. Now, did you have any questions?
No, low key, this is actually one of the best products I've ever made. No, like low key,
All right, guys, let's give Gio a big round of applause.
Thank you. Thanks. Now before I go, there's one last thing I'm gonna say. One last thing.
Okay. Real quick.
With my agenda,
Go ahead.
With my agenda, I've been thinking very hard. I've been doing so many updates, so many changes to try to make it the best that I can be. Not just for me, but for all of you.
We appreciate you.
I inspire you guys to do some creative thinking.
Yeah.
Next time you want to stay organized with something, next time you want to plan something, whatever it is that you want to do in life, I hope that you can do some creative thinking to get there.
We love it.
Thank you guys for
Awesome,
participating.
Gio. Thank you. You're so good. All right.
I hope you all have a great rest of your day.
Yeah.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Tell Prentice I said thank you. Wow, what a great presentation. All right. So that was awesome. Yes, Martino.